At a convenience store, a girl was buying cigarettes when the owner suddenly asked her, "Truth or dare?" Although the girl replied that she didn't want to play, she still picked up a nearby gas can. Immediately, she doused a woman next to her with gasoline. Before the other woman could react, the girl took a lighter and lit the gasoline. The flames erupted, engulfing the woman's entire body. In the end, the woman collapsed to the ground and stopped breathing. So, what exactly happened? The story begins with a girl named Olivia. She was a small but fairly popular YouTuber. While Olivia was working, her best friend Marky came to see her. Since they were about to graduate from college, Marky wanted them to go on one last spring break trip to Mexico together. Initially, Olivia didn't want to go, but then another one of their friends, Penelope, showed up with her boyfriend Tyson. After being persuaded by the group, Olivia finally agreed. Downstairs, another friend named Brad was waiting, and the driver was Marky's boyfriend, Lucas. When everything was ready, they set off together. That evening, while Olivia was drinking, a fellow student named Ronnie tried to harass her. Fortunately, a man named Carter stepped in to defend her. Ronnie was intimidated by Carter's presence. He backed down and left. Afterward, Olivia started talking to Carter. Through their conversation, she learned that he was also traveling in Mexico. They talked for a long time until her friends were too tired to keep partying. Just as everyone was about to head back to rest, Carter suggested that there was a special place nearby. Since it was the last day of their vacation, the group wanted a little more excitement, so they all agreed to follow Carter. He led them to an abandoned church. Once inside, Olivia wandered around by herself. Before long, she found a few photos scattered on the ground. Because it was a church, she didn't think much of it and kept walking. Then, she saw another pile of photos. When she accidentally knocked over a jar, a terrible stench came out. Just as Olivia was about to leave, Ronnie suddenly appeared and startled her. It turned out Ronnie had been following her the whole time. After they both returned to the others, the group was ready to leave, but Carter stopped them. He suggested they play a game of truth or dare, saying it was a great way to find out what friends really think. The group became curious and agreed, so they all sat down and began to play. Olivia was the first to be asked. Carter was the last. When it was Carter's turn, he chose truth. At that moment, Penelope asked him what his true intentions were toward Olivia. He replied that he just needed someone popular to bring her friends here to play this game. That way, he could survive. Before anyone could react, Carter stood up and left. Olivia ran after him to ask what was going on. Carter told her that the game was real. Once someone is asked, they are a part of it, and everyone must follow the rules. If anyone lies or refuses to complete a dare, that person will die. After saying this, Carter quickly fled. When Olivia returned, she realized all her friends were gone. Completely bewildered, she turned around only to see her friends staring at her creepily. Luckily, Lucas touched her on the shoulder in time. Only then did Olivia realize she might have been hallucinating. The group concluded that Carter must be crazy. Then, they all left the church together. Ever since Olivia returned, strange things kept happening. First, the words truth or dare were carved on a table. Then, the same words appeared on a flyer. One day, as Olivia was about to go out, she saw those words carved on her car. When she turned around, she saw Ronnie. She thought Ronnie had done it the previous times, but Ronnie said he didn't know anything. He even claimed nothing was written on her car door. No matter how Ronnie explained, Olivia didn't believe him. Afterward, Olivia went to school to tell Marky about it. As soon as she entered the library, a girl called her name. The girl asked, "Truth or dare?" When Olivia didn't answer, everyone around suddenly gathered. Under pressure, Olivia chose truth. Then they asked her what secret she had been hiding from Marky. Olivia revealed that Marky had been cheating on Lucas. Just then, Lucas and Marky overheard everything. Lucas angrily got up and left. Olivia's friendship with Marky was shattered. Meanwhile, Ronnie was flirting with a girl. Suddenly, the girl asked him, "Truth or dare?" Ronnie thought she was joking and chose dare. The girl dared him to expose himself on top of a pool table. As Ronnie was about to take off his pants, the people in the bar laughed at him. Ronnie scoffed at the dare and refused. As he turned to leave, an unseen force caused him to slip and fall, breaking his neck and dying instantly. Since it was being live-streamed, Olivia also saw the video of Ronnie's death. She immediately realized Carter had been telling the truth. Olivia quickly explained the rules of the game to her friends, but they all thought she had lost her mind. Just then, Lucas appeared. Like the others, he didn't believe her. Since he had broken up with Marky, he picked up his bag and left. Not long after Lucas left, the words "truth or dare" appeared on a wall. Lucas thought it was just a joke, but then his arm started to hurt. When he rolled up his sleeve, he saw those words carved into his skin. Lucas called Olivia. Olivia begged him to tell the truth. He was forced to admit that he had always had feelings for Olivia. Afterward, they decided they had to convince the others. While they were discussing, Marky returned. Olivia explained everything to her. At first, Marky didn't believe it, but soon after, she received a message on her phone. Olivia told her to answer it. Marky chose dare. The message demanded that she break Olivia's hand. Olivia then handed Marky a hammer. Even though Marky was still angry with her, she couldn't bring herself to do it. Finally, Olivia insulted Marky's father. Only then did Marky strike. Afterward, they rushed Olivia to the hospital. While Brad was waiting there, his father showed up. Before they could talk much, his father suddenly asked, "Truth or dare?" Not long after, Brad came out. He told his friends that he had confessed to his father that he was gay. Hearing this, Olivia immediately realized the next person was Tyson. Tyson, a medical student, was in the middle of an interview. Suddenly, the woman interviewing him asked, "Truth or dare?" Tyson chose truth. She asked him how long he had been forging prescriptions. Tyson lied that he had never done it. As he turned to leave, his eyes suddenly became strange. He then grabbed a pen and stabbed it directly into his eye. When that act didn't kill him, he staggered to the wall and smashed his head against it. Blood began to seep out from under the door. Olivia and the others witnessed the scene and realized Tyson was dead. To end the game, the group started searching for information. Before long, Marky made a discovery. They found a news story about a strange girl who had doused someone with gasoline in a convenience store. Olivia dug deeper and searched for the girl's account. Her name was Giselle. It turned out Giselle was a close friend of Carter's. They believed Giselle must know something, so Olivia sent her a private message. Meanwhile, Penelope was washing her face. Suddenly, her reflection in the mirror asked her, "Truth or dare?" Penelope chose truth, but the reflection said the game didn't work that way. Soon after, Olivia and the others noticed something was strange. When they ran outside, they saw Penelope standing on the roof. She said the game wouldn't let her choose truth. Her dare was to keep walking along the roof's edge until she finished a bottle of vodka. The group panicked and pulled mattresses from the house, but a locked gate blocked their path and Penelope was walking toward that side. Thinking fast, Olivia drove her car straight into the gate. Just then, Penelope slipped. Fortunately, the others caught her with the mattresses, saving her from serious injury. At that moment, Olivia received a reply from Giselle. Following the address, they went to meet her. Olivia asked Giselle how they first got involved in the game. Giselle, with a soulless expression, explained. Initially, she and her friends had also gone to that church. They happened to start playing Truth or Dare. To make it more interesting, they made a rule. If truth was chosen twice in a row, the next turn had to be dare. As things got wilder, Carter started smashing things in the church. When the chaos ended, they left, but the game had latched onto them. Her friends died one by one. In the end, only Giselle and Carter were left. When Olivia asked where Carter was, Giselle said he had gone out to find a new group to play with. After that, she lost contact with him. She admitted that bringing a new group in was the only reason she had survived this long. Then Giselle lamented, "If only Carter had brought more people, my turn wouldn't have come so soon." Hearing this, Olivia felt a chill run down her spine. Giselle had told her too much. Was it because she had chosen truth? Giselle didn't answer. She just kept whispering, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Suddenly, she pulled out a gun. She aimed it at Olivia. Penelope jumped in the way to shield her and was killed. Because Giselle had failed her dare, she became possessed and shot herself. Later, when it was Olivia's turn, she was dared to sleep with Lucas. They had sex, but afterward, Lucas admitted he was still in love with Marky. Later on, they delved deeper into the church's history. They discovered the place was once the site of a massacre. Only one nun survived, a woman named Inez Reyes. They also learned that Inez was still alive and lived nearby. To break the curse, Olivia and Lucas went to her house. A little girl opened the door and said that Inez was her grandmother. At first, the girl refused to let them in, but when Olivia showed her the photos, the girl finally relented. Inez had not spoken in 50 years, so she wrote her answers on paper and gave them to Olivia. Olivia read them aloud. It revealed that a demon named Calux had always haunted the church. Originally, Calux had been sealed away, but one day, a nun accidentally released him. The demon slaughtered everyone. Olivia was shocked and asked how Inez survived. Inez handed another piece of paper to Lucas. It explained that only the person who released the demon could seal it again. That person had to recite a spell 7 times, place a sacrifice into a jar, and seal it with wax. Olivia asked what the sacrifice was. Inez opened her mouth. It turned out she was the nun who had released the demon, and the sacrifice was her tongue. Due to the language barrier, Olivia and Lucas returned with the spell and showed it to Brad. As they read it, they realized the truth. They had to find the person who broke the jar, which was Carter. While they were still discussing, Brad's father appeared. Like the last time, they had only spoken a few words when the father's police radio asked him, "Truth or dare?" Since Olivia and Lucas had chosen truth before, Brad was left with only one option: dare. The voice on the radio ordered Brad to take his father's gun and make him kneel and beg. Brad, terrified, complied. But another police officer saw the incident and shot Brad from behind. Brad died instantly. By the time Olivia and the others arrived, it was too late. Later, a detective found Olivia through her chat history. The detective told Olivia that besides the 3 of them, there was still one other survivor. Olivia picked up a photo and to her astonishment, it was Carter. When the detective wasn't looking, she quickly snapped a picture of the address. After leaving the station, Olivia hurriedly gathered her friends and set out to find Carter. When they arrived at the room, Lucas kicked the door in. Olivia told Carter that to end the game, he had to return to the church with them. Carter thought Olivia was just completing a dare. He believed the game had tricked her into luring him out. Carter then attacked them when they weren't paying attention. Luckily, Olivia pulled out her gun and stopped him in time. Soon after, they all arrived at the church. Olivia handed Carter the spell and told him to read it 7 times. As soon as he read the first line, the ground shook and the entire church began to collapse. Olivia screamed at him to keep going and not to stop. But at that moment, Carter suddenly looked at Lucas strangely and asked him, "Truth or dare?" Lucas chose dare. He then decided to leave. Olivia and Marky asked him why. Lucas said the game dared him to kill either Olivia or Marky. He didn't want to hurt anyone, so he left. After Carter finished reciting the spell, Olivia told him to pick up the knife. She then ordered him to cut out his tongue. While Carter hesitated, Lucas seemed to fall under the demon's control and walked straight toward Carter. Fortunately, Marky jumped on him and tackled him. To break the curse, Carter grabbed the knife and began to cut his tongue, but suddenly the demon broke free. It went over to Carter and stabbed him to death. Then, the demon turned back and slit Lucas's throat. Looking at the bodies on the ground, Olivia and Marky fell into despair. Before they could react, the dead Lucas suddenly turned his head and asked Marky, "Truth or dare?" Olivia quickly told her to choose dare, but not to do it. Marky chose, and the demon ordered her to shoot Olivia. When Marky refused, the demon possessed her instantly. It picked up the gun and aimed it at Olivia. At the last second, Olivia knocked the gun aside. The shot went wide. Thinking fast, Olivia looked directly at the demon and asked, "Truth or dare?" Due to the game's rules, once asked, the demon was forced to play. The demon chose truth. Olivia demanded, "How do we end this?" The demon replied, "There is no way. The only one who could end it, Carter, is already dead. As long as the players are alive, the game will never end." After saying this, the demon vanished. In the end, Olivia picked up a camera. She recounted the entire story and uploaded the video to YouTube. She warned viewers about the rules, then looked into the camera and said, "Truth or dare?" By doing so, she pulled the audience into the game, buying more time for herself and Marky. Thank you for watching the movie with me. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel to follow new movies.